Midnight leaning on my skin, like it knows where I've been. Every second settles slow in the place I used to know. Floorboards whisper when I move, like they got something to prove, that I never really left, just been living with the rest. There's a weight I can't outrun, don't belong to anyone. Still it sits right here with me, like it's where it wants to be. Lamplight barely fills the room, leaves me talking to the gloom. Every shadow bends and stays, like it's memorized my ways. Ain't no sound except my breath, dragging low like quiet death. Not the kind that takes you fast, just the kind that always lasts. I don't fight it anymore, like I did so long before. Some things come and never go, they just settle down below. Midnight sitting on my bones, like it knows I'm all alone. Every inch of who I am feels it tighter than I can. Yeah, then I don't need a name, don't need fire up, don't need flame. Just sits heavy, cold and slow, in a way I've come to know. Crack, but nothing moves, even silence has its rules. Outside world just fades away, like it chose not to stay. I remember how it felt when my hands held something else. Now they rest just like before, with no reason anymore. There's a truth I never said, still it echoes in my head. Not in words I could repeat, just the weight I always meet. Chair across me stays the same, like it's waiting on a name. But I don't call it out, learn to live without the sound. Every night it comes around, never lost, always found, like it's part of who I am, more than I could understand. Midnight sitting on my bones, like it carved me into stone. Every thought I try to keep falls too far and sinks too deep. Yeah, that night, don't ask me why, don't look up into my eyes, just remains and lets me know I ain't got nowhere to go, ain't got nowhere left to go, ain't got nowhere left to go, ain't got nowhere left to go. bottle waiting where I lived, like it knows what's coming next. Glass still carrying the stain of a night that feels the same. Didn't call, didn't try, let the hours pass me by. There's a comfort in this place where I don't have to explain. Every sip, don't ask me why. Don't look me in the eye. Just goes down the way it should, like it always understood. Label worn and hard to read, like the man I came to be. No more stories left to tell, just a taste I know too well. Chair leans back under me like it shares this memory of the nights I couldn't sleep and the promises I couldn't keep. I don't pour to feel alive, to let the night go by. Some men talk, some men pray, I just let it fade away. The bottle knows my name, knows my loss, knows my pain. Never asks me where I've been, just lets me fall again. Yeah, don't try to pretend like it's more than just a friend. Just stays close and stays the same. Yeah, the bottle knows my name. Used to think I'd leave it there, walk away, clear the air, but it calls without a sound every time I'm coming down. Ain't no lie left to hide when you got it by your side. Every truth I couldn't face finds me in this quiet place. Hands don't shake, not anymore. Learn what they were shaking for. Now they move just like they should, with something understood. Morning creeps, but I don't mind. Leave the daylight far behind. Some things only show at night, under dim and broken light. If I change, it won't be now. Don't remember even how, so I sit and let it stay till it slowly fades away. The bottle knows my name, every scar, every flame, every road I walked alone leads me right back home. Yeah, don't judge what I've done, don't care who I've become, just keeps calling just the same. Yeah, the bottle knows my name. Cold hands resting on my knees. Ain't no warmth in memories. Used to reach across the night. Now I don't even try. She'd still carry faded lines from a different set of times, but they don't remember you like I still tend to do. There's a silence in the air that don't feel like it's fair, but it stays just like before, right outside my door. Window open to the breeze, still it don't bring no relief. Just a whisper passing through, like it knows I'm without you. I don't chase what's gone away, let it fade into the grave. Some things ain't meant to last, some just live inside your past. Hands don't tremble, don't reach out. Learn what that was all about. Now they rest just like they fell, in a place I know too well. Cold hands, no one to hold, nothing left that I was told. Every promise turned to air, now there's no one there. Yeah, these nights don't feel the same without someone left to blame. Just a truth I can't control. Cold hands, no one to hold. Footsteps echo down the hall, like I'm talking to these walls. Every sound just comes and goes, like it never really knows. I remember how it felt when my guard just slowly fell. Now I keep it where it stays, buried deep in empty days. There's no anger left to burn, no more lessons left to learn. Just a space I carry through. Every night I make it through. If I tried, it wouldn't change, wouldn't bring it back again. Some things break without a sound and don't come back around. So I sit and let it be what it chose to do to me. No more reaching, no more pull, just these hands that stay so cold. Cold hands, no one to hold. Every night it gets so cold. Every memory I knew fades away from you. Yeah, I walk this road alone, like it's all I've ever known. Just a truth I can't control. Cold hands, no one to hold. Cold hands, no one to hold. Cold hands, no one to hold. Cold hands, glass between me and the world, not the kind you can break or hold, just a space that bends the sound, keeps my feet above the ground. People move, but I don't feel like any of it is real. Voices pass right through my head, never land on what was said. I can see, but I don't touch. Used to mean a little much, now it's just a passing view of a life I never knew. Light comes in but fades too fast, like it's scared that it won't last. Shadows stretch across the floor, like they've been here all before. I don't try to cross that line, stop believing over time. Somewhere deep I let it go, long before I came to know. Hands don't reach, they just stay still, like they lost their sense of will. Everything feels far away, even in the light of day. There's a glass between me and the world, every thought just curls and curls, never lands, never stays, just dissolves and drifts away. Yeah, I see it all so clear, but it never gets me near. Just a life I can't control, through a glass that takes its toll. Used to knock, used to try, used to look someone in the eye. Now I let the moments pass, like reflections in the glass. Every truth I couldn't face found a quiet resting place, not in words I ever said, just inside my head. There's no anger, there's no fight, just a dim and distant light, something I don't chase no more, like I did so long before. If it breaks, I wouldn't know, wouldn't feel it as it goes. Maybe it was always there, like a weight inside the air. So I stand and let it be what it chose to do to me. Not a cage, not a wall, just not feeling it at all. There's a glass between me and the world, every dream left unfurled, every word I couldn't say fades before it finds a way. Yeah, I watch it come and go, like a thing I used to know, just a truth I can't control, through a glass that guards my soul. Through a glass that guards my soul. Didn't notice when it changed, when the noise just slipped away. Used to fill the room with sound, now I barely make a trace. Clock don't tick the way it did, or maybe I just don't hear. Something in me turned it down, left me sitting with it here. Voices used to pass me by, now they don't even try. Like they know I wouldn't speak, even if they reached inside. Mornings come and fade the same, no one calling out my name. Used to wait for something more, now I don't know what for. I don't chase the things I lost, don't go counting what it cost. Somewhere down along the line, I just left it all behind. There's a calm inside the still, like it bends me to its will. Not a piece I ever planned, just the thing I understand. I got used to the quiet, don't fight it, don't deny it. Every word I couldn't say, found another way to fade. Yeah, I got used to the quiet, there ain't nothing left to hide. Every thought just drifts away, and I'll let it stay that way. I don't miss the noise no more, like I did so long before. There's a space it couldn't fill, even when it had its will. Silence got a way of speaking in a tone that ain't for keeping, just enough to let you know what you buried long ago. Hands don't reach, they don't shake, not much left for them to take. They just rest where they belong, like they've known it all along. If it breaks, I won't complain, let it fall like quiet rain. Some things don't need repair, they just settle in the air. So I sit and let it be what it chose to do to me. Not a loss, not a fight, just me living with the quiet. I got used to the quiet, every night I sit beside it. Every truth I couldn't face, found a calm and empty place. Yeah, I got used to the quiet, there ain't nothing left to hide. Just a man who learned to stay while it slowly fades away. I got used to the quiet, I got used to the quiet. I got used to nights don't ask me where I've been, don't care what shape I'm in. They just settle on my skin like they always did. Streetlight bleeding through the shade, cast the truth I never say. Everything just drifts away before it starts to stay. No one knocking at my door like they did so long before. Guess they know I don't restore what I can't ignore. Radio hums a broken tune, fades out just a little too soon, like it knows I'm out of room for anything new. Asphalt slow into the tray, marks another quiet day. I don't count them anyway, they all feel the same. Used to wonder what it meant, now I don't know where it went. Somewhere in the time I spent, I just came to rest. These nights don't ask no questions, don't need no confessions. Every truth I used to hide just fades out inside. Yeah, these nights don't pull me through, don't ask what I should do. Just let me sit and stay till it all fades away. I don't chase what I don't know, let it pass and let it go. Some things ain't meant to show, they just come and go. Every thought I try to keep falls somewhere I can't reach, like it's buried way too deep for me to repeat. I don't fight it anymore like I did so long before. Some men look for something more, I just close the door. Morning comes but I don't care, leave it hanging in the air. Night's the only thing that's fair, leaves me where I am. If it stays, I let it stay. If it goes, I'm still the same. Ain't no difference anyway in this shade of gray. These nights don't ask no questions, don't carry no lessons. Every road I used to see ain't got nothing left for me. Yeah, these nights don't need a name, don't play no kind of game. Just let me drift and stay till I fade away, till I fade away, till I fade away, till I fade away. Night falls soft across my like it knows my kind of place. Doesn't ask me where I've been or the shape I'm walking in. Streetlights flicker, then they stay, like they got nothing to say, just enough to let me see what's still left of me. I don't hide the way I did, don't pretend like I'm still fit for a world that talks too loud, leaves me lost inside the crowd. Shadows stretch across the floor, like they've been here long before. Know the weight I carry through. Every night I make it through. I don't rush, I don't run. Let the darkness come undone. Some things feel more real this way at the end of every day. There's a truth in how it stays in these long and quiet ways. Not a word it ever said, still it clears my head. The night doesn't judge me, try to nudge me. Every scar I let it show, and it lets me go. Yeah, the night don't ask me why, don't look me in the eye, just lets me be what I became without calling out my name. Used to fight what I would feel, try to shape it into real. Now I let it take its course, like it's got its own remorse. Every step I take alone feels more right than I have known, like I finally understand what I couldn't plan. No more need to justify all the things I let go by. Some men hold, some men hide, I just let it slide. If the morning calls my name, I won't answer just the same. Night's the only thing I trust that don't turn to dust. So I sit and let it be what it does to someone like me. Not a cure, not a lie, just a place I don't deny. The night doesn't judge me, don't try to judge me. Every truth I couldn't say finds a place to stay. Yeah, the night don't pull me This room's been watching every move, every lie let slip through. Walls don't speak, but they don't lie. They just hold what passes by. There's a mark along the floor from a night I don't ignore. Chairs still turn the way it was, like it remembers just because. Curtains barely letting light, like they're holding back the night. Every corner keeps a trace of a time I can't erase. Table carries empty glass from a truth I let just pass. Didn't finish what I said, still it echoes in my head. There's a silence thick as smoke from the words I never spoke. Every breath I take inside feels like something I can't hide. I don't try to clean it up, let it settle where it's stuck. Some things ain't meant to fade, they just linger where they stay. This room knows too much, every line, every touch, every moment I let go, still it holds it down below. Yeah, this room don't need a name, don't forget, don't rearrange. Every truth I tried to lose still remains inside these views. Window stares back just the same, like it's waiting for a name. But I don't call it out, learn to live without the doubt. There's a weight inside the air, like it's always lingered there. Not a sound to break it through, just a sense of what I knew. I don't run, I don't leave, what's inside won't set me free. Every step I try to take feels like something bound to break. If I walked away tonight, wouldn't make a thing feel right. This room's part of who I am, more than I could understand. So I sit and let it be what it chose to do to me. Not a place I chose to stay, just a truth I couldn't change. This room knows too much, every scar, every touch, every night I let it stay. I don't talk about those days. Let them fade in quiet ways. Some things better left alone. Than to bring them back as stone. Used to run through every line. Try to read between the signs. Now I let it stay behind. Like it's lost inside my mind. There were nights I can't explain, times I carried more than pain, things I never said out loud, even when I stood in a crowd. Photographs I turned away, didn't like what they would say, not about what I had done, but the man I had become. Every road I didn't take, every promise I let break, still they linger in the air, like they're always waiting there. I don't need to tell it twice, what it cost me in my life. Some men speak to make it right, I just let it fade at night. I don't talk about those days, let them drift and fade away. Every truth I couldn't face, found another kind of place. Yeah, I don't talk about those days, don't go walking through that maze. Every step I used to take leads me back to my mistakes. There were names I used to know, now I don't say them no more. Not because they lost their sound, but they don't belong around. There were words I should have said, still they circle in my head, but I learned to let them be what they chose to do to me. No more fighting what was real, no more trying just to feel. Some things live and never die, even when you pass them by. If they come back in the night, turn on any light. Let them sit there in the dark, like a shadow with a mark. I don't chase, I don't run, what is done is already done, so I leave it where it stays. I don't talk about those days, I don't talk about those days, let them fade in quiet ways. Every road I couldn't take still reminds still walks slowly by my side.
There's a truth I never said, still it lingers in my head. Not in words I could explain, just a weight that feels the same. Used to think I'd find a way, bring it out into the day, but it stayed where it belongs, somewhere buried in these songs. I can feel it when it moves, in the silence and the grooves, like it's knocking from inside, with no place left to hide. Every time I came close, felt it rising in my throat, but it never made a sound, just kept dragging me down. There were moments, there were signs, lines I couldn't cross in time. Now they sit there just the same, with no one left to blame. I don't try to force it out, learn to live without the doubt. Some truths don't set you free, they just stay where they should be. The truth I never said out loud still stands quiet in the crowd. Every word I couldn't bring still holds on to everything. Yeah, that truth don't fade away, don't get weaker with the days, just remains without a sound, like it's always been around. I remember how it felt when I kept it to myself, like a fire I couldn't show, but it burned me down below. There were nights I tried to speak, but the silence felt too deep, so I let it pass me by, like another quiet lie. Now it's part of who I am, more than I could ever plan. Not a thing I try to change, just a truth without a name. If I said it now, what then? Would it break or would it bend? Would it matter anymore like it did so long before? So I keep it where it stays, in the dark and in the gray. Not a burden, not a flame, just a truth without a name. The truth I never said out loud, ain't no reason, ain't no crowd. Every step
always been around, like it's always been around, like it's always been around. Like it's always been around.
There's a box beneath the bed, full of things I never said, ink dried up on every line, from another place in time. I remember how it felt, every word I tried to tell, but they stayed right where they fell, in a place I know too well. Every letter held your name, like a spark without a flame. I just couldn't let it go, or let it fully show. Paper worn from folded hands, lines I barely understand, things I wrote but never knew if they ever reached you. I don't read them like before, don't go knocking at that door. Some things better left alone than to turn them into stone. There were nights I tried again, pick the pen up now and then, but the words would never stay, they just slipped and walked away. Letters I never sent, all the time I spent trying to find the words to say that just drifted away. Yeah, the pages hold the truth of the man I never proved. Every line I couldn't bend lives in letters I never sent. There were things I should have said, still they echo in my head, not in ways that make it clear, just enough to keep them near. I don't blame what came undone, what is gone is already gone. Somewhere in those quiet lines I just ran out of time. Every page a piece of me that you never got to see. Now they rest just like they fell, in a place I know too well. If I sent them now too late, wouldn't change what came to fate. Some things don't need to be heard, even if they found the words. So I leave them where they lie, let the years just pass them by. Not a loss I try to mend, just these letters I never sent, letters I never sent. All the nights I spent holding back what I should say, till it
letters I never sent, and those letters I never sent, and those letters I never sent, and those letters I never sent.
There's a sound I can't outrun, like it started long ago. Every step I take at night brings it back a little more. It ain't loud, it don't demand, just a whisper through the dark, like a name I never say. Still it lingers in my heart. I don't chase it like before, don't go knocking at that door, but it finds me anyway when the light begins to fade. There were moments I recall, not the way they used to fall, just the outline of a time that I barely recognized. Every word we never said still goes drifting through my head, not enough to make it clear, just enough to keep it near. I don't try to make it stay, let it come and fade away. Some things never really end, they just learn to bend. Echoes of an old love falling from above, not a voice I understand, just a trace within my hands. Yeah, those echoes never lie, don't ask how or why, just remaining soft and slow from a place I used to know. There were nights we never planned, still they slip through where I stand, not as real as they once were, just a quiet kind of blur. I don't feel it like I did, but it lives beneath my skin, like a song without a sound, still it circles all around. If I tried to let it go, would it leave or just grow slow? Some things stay without a fight, in the silence of the night. If it fades, I let it fade, not a debt I need repaid. Every memory I keep ain't the kind I try to read, so I walk and let it be what it chose to do to me. Not a love I still defend, peace I keep from a place I can't outrun, where it all was once begun, where it all was once begun, where it all was once begun. Where it all was once begun. Ain't no bag upon my back, still I feel it where I stand. Like a weight without a shape, that I carry in my hands. Didn't choose it, didn't ask. Just came walking in so fast. Now it stays just like a scar, not too close, not too far. There were things I couldn't fix, moments I just let slip. Now they settle deep inside, like a truth I can't deny. Every step I take alone feels like something I have known long before I saw it clear. Now it's always standing near. I don't try to set it down, wouldn't know where to be found. Some things don't belong to leave, they just stay so you can breathe. There's no anger left to burn, no more lessons left to learn. Just a quiet kind of load that walks with me on this road. Some things I just carry, don't need to explain it. Every scar, every line just became a part of mine. Yeah, some things I just carry, don't rush, don't hurry. Every truth I couldn't bury turned into what I carry. Used to think I'd drop it all, watch it shadow when it fall, but it never left my side, just changed shape as time went by. Now it fits the way I move, like it's got nothing to prove. Not a burden I complain, just a slow and steady change. Every night it comes along like If I could, would I release? Would it bring me any peace? Or would I just feel the space where it once had found its place? So I let it stay with me. What it is what it'll be. Not a fight I try to win, just a thing beneath my skin. Some things I just carry, no need to compare it. Every road I couldn't take still lives in every step I make. Yeah, some things I just carry, don't ask, don't vary. Every truth I couldn't bury still remains what I carry. 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 There's a man I don't talk about, don't say his name out loud. He walks somewhere in my steps, but I keep him in the dark. He knows things I won't admit, every line I tried to skip, every road I couldn't take, every promise I let break. I don't face him in the light, he shows up late at night, when the room gets way too still and I don't have the will. He ain't someone I can blame, ain't no stranger to my name, just a version I became that I never could explain. He remembers everything, every cut and every sting, every truth I let slide, every time I chose to hide. I don't argue, I don't fight, let them stay out of sight. Some things better left alone than to turn into a stone. The man I don't talk about still walks with me, no doubt. Every step I try to take feels like something he won't break. Yeah, the man I don't talk about don't scream, don't shout, just remains without a sound every time I turn around. He don't need to raise his voice, don't give me any choice, just stands there in the gray, watching what I throw away. There were times I almost spoke, felt it rising in my throat, but I turned and let it die like another quiet lie. Now he's part of who I am, more than I could ever plan. Not a thing I try to change, just a truth without a name. If I faced him, what then? Would it break or would it bend? Would it bring me any peace or just tear me piece by piece? So I leave him where he stays, in the dark and in the gray. Not a fight I'm gonna choose, not a truth I'll ever use. The man I don't talk about, ain't no way to sort it out. Every scar I tried to hide still walks slowly by my side. Yeah, the man I don't talk about, don't ask what he's about, just remains without a sound. Every time I turn around, every time I turn around, every time I turn around, every time I turn around. That night didn't feel like wrong, didn't feel like I was gone. Just a road I kept on walking, with no need to turn around. Street was empty, sky was low, like it knew I wouldn't go back to where I used to stay, back to what I walked away. I remember how it felt, like I dropped what I once held. Didn't break, didn't fall, just didn't go back at all. There was nothing left to say, so I let it fade away. Didn't call, didn't write, just disappeared into the night. Every step I took was slow, like I knew I wouldn't go back to fix what couldn't stand, back to try to understand. There were things I couldn't face, so I left without a trace. Not a word, not a sound, just kept walking out of town. The night I didn't go home was the night I stood alone. Every road I left behind stayed somewhere inside my mind. Yeah, that night don't fade away, still walks with me every day. Not a loss I try to own, just the night I didn't go home. can still feel that air, like it's always lingered there. Cold and quiet, heavy too, like it knew what I would do. There were lights I passed on by, didn't even catch my eye. All I knew was moving on, even if it felt so wrong. I don't ask what could have been, don't go back to where I've been. Some things end without a fight, on a road like that night. If I turned, would it change? Would it bring me back again? Or would I just lose myself trying to be someone else? So I let it stay that way, like a truth I don't replay. Not a thing I overthink, just a line I didn't cross back then. The night I didn't go home still feels carved in every bone. Every step I take alone leads me back to that unknown. Yeah, that night still holds its place in the lines upon my face. Not a road I try to roam, just the night I didn't go home. 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 Used to bow my head at night, try to make it feel alright. Words would fall but never stay, somewhere on their way. Hands together, eyes closed tight, hoping something felt me right. Now they just rest where they lay, ain't no prayer left to say. There were things I asked before, knocked on every hidden door. Now I don't knock no more, don't believe like before. Stares me back again, like it knows just where I've been. Every word I used to send never found an end. I don't question, I don't plead, there ain't nothing left I need. Some things don't get replied, just fade inside. Knees don't bend like they did, not from pride, not from sin, just from knowing what it gave and what it never saved. No prayer left to say. had nowhere left to go. Yeah, no prayer left to say. Just let it drift away. Ain't no voice I try to raise in these quiet, empty days. There were nights I begged for signs, look for meaning in the lines. Now I don't search the sky, don't ask how or why. Every hope I tried to hold turned to something cold. Not a wound that needs repair, just a space inside the air. I don't curse, I don't cry, let it pass me by. Some men fight to believe, I just let it leave. If there's something I don't see, it don't matter much to me. I ain't looking anymore like I did before. So I sit and let it stay, what it took and what it gave. Not a loss, I try to wait. Just no prayer left to say. No prayer left to say. No need to kneel or pray. Every truth I tried to find stayed somewhere behind. Yeah, no prayer left to say. Let it fade away. Ain't no voice I try to raise in these long forgotten days. 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 Guitar leans against the wall, one more string that couldn't hold. Used to sing through every fall, now it barely hums at all. Fingers trace what used to be, notes that don't belong to me. Every chord I try to play feels like it just slips away. There's a truth inside the wood that I never understood, till it cracked beneath my hand. Now I hear it when I stand. There were songs I couldn't finish, lines that slowly lost their meaning. Every word I tried to say turned to something in the grave. I don't tune it like before, don't go reaching anymore. Some things break and don't return, they just sit there till they burn. Every silence in between carries more than what I mean, like the space between the notes holds the things I never spoke. Broken strings and bitter truths, every line I couldn't prove, every sound I let go by still comes back with like they did so long before. Just a weight I can't remove, broken strings and bitter truths. Used to play to feel alive, now I barely even try. There's a distance in the sound, like it won't come back around. Every scar upon the fret marks a thing I can't forget. Every time I let it slide, left another part inside. I don't fix what I can't save, let it rest inside its grave. Some things echo when they're gone, long after the final song. If I strum it, will it break? Will it give or will it take? I don't need to find it out, I know what it's about. So it leans there by the wall, like it's seen it, felt it all. Not a loss I try to soothe, just these broken strings and truths. Broken strings and bitter truths. Every step I had to lose, every sound I couldn't keep, still runs somewhere deep. Yeah, those notes don't feel the same, don't carry any flame, just a weight I can't remove, broken strings and bitter truths. 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 There's a place I tend to go when the night gets way too slow. Not a road, not a door, just a feeling at the core. Ain't no sound to guide me through, just a weight I always knew, like it's been there all along. Even when I thought it wrong, I don't search, I don't chase, it just finds me in that space where the air don't even move and there's nothing left to prove. Don't take the way it should, loses shape and loses good. Every second drifts away before it learns to stay. There's no past and there's no now, just the quiet I allow. Not a thought I try to keep, in the place where silence sleeps. Hands go still, breath goes low, like I'm letting everything go. Not a fear, not a cry, just a space I don't deny, where the silence sleeps is where it keeps me. Every word I couldn't say fades and slips away. Yeah, where the silence sleeps, ain't no secrets left to keep, just a calm I never knew, till it pulled me through. There were nights I tried to run from the weight of what I'd done. Now I let it settle in, like it's part beneath my skin. No more questions left to ask, no more need to wear a mask. Everything just finds its place, and that's still an empty space. I don't fight it like before, don't go knocking at that door. Some things open on their own when you finally let go. If I stayed here long enough, would it break or would it numb? Would I feel it disappear, or just learn to keep it near? So I sit and let it be what it chose to do to me. Not a loss, not a fight, just a place beyond the night, where the silence sleeps. Slowly it keeps me. Every step I couldn't take falls without a trace. Yeah, where the silence sleeps, nothing left to reach, just a calm I never knew, till it pulled me through. 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 Used to ask it every night, try to make it all feel right, turn it over in my head, chasing words I never said. Every road I couldn't see turned its back on me, left me standing in the dark with a question and a mark. But somewhere along the line, lost the need to ask you why. Let it drift and let it fall, didn't need it after all. I held tight, trying to give a shape and light. Now they feel like they should do, like they never carried truth. Every answer I would chase led me to the same old place, empty rooms and quiet air, with no meaning waiting there. I don't search the way I did, don't go digging through the grit. Some things never make it clear, even when they're standing near. It's the end of asking why. Let it pass me by. Every truth I couldn't find ain't no longer on my mind. It's the end of asking why. Don't need no reply, just a road I walk alone, with no need to know. Used to feel it burn inside, like it had to be defined. Now it's just a quiet trace, drifting through an open space. Every time I tried to know, it just pulled me down below. Now I let it come and go, like a thing I'll never hold. There's a calm I didn't plan, and I tried to understand. Not a piece I tried to win, just a place I settled in. If it comes back, let it come. I won't chase it, I won't run. Not a thing I need to prove, not a truth I need to move. So I sit and let it be what it chose to do to me. Not a loss I tried to deny, just the end of asking why. It's the end of asking why. Let it drift and die. Every road I couldn't see ain't got hold on me. Yes, the end of asking why. Don't need to justify, just a man who learned to stay while it fades away. While it fades away. While it fades away. While it fades away. Ain't no fight left in my hands. Dropped it where it chose to land. Every road I tried to bend found its way back in the end. Used to wrestle with the night, try to make it come out right. Now I sit and let it pass, like reflections through the glass. There's a calm I didn't chase, found me in this empty place. Not a thing I tried to fix, just let it be what it is. Morning comes, I let it in. Don't pretend where I have been. Light don't cut me like before, just another open door. Every scar I carry now, don't ask when and don't ask how. They just rest beneath my skin, like they always should have been. I don't count what could have changed, don't rearrange what remains. Some things never needed this, just let it be what it is.
were days I pushed too hard, left me standing in the dark, trying to shape what wouldn't stay, watch it slowly drift away. Now I don't reach out no more, don't go knocking at that door. If it opens, it'll be. If it don't, it stays with me. There's a quiet I can trust, doesn't turn to dust, just a space I coexist. Let it be what it is. If it hurts, I'll let it hurt. Ain't no need to make it worse. Every feeling comes and goes, like a thing nobody knows. I don't need to understand every line across my hand. Some things written, some dismissed. I let it be what it is. I let it be what it is. Don't try to fix it. Every step I couldn't take, ain't no more to break. Yeah, I let it be what it is. No more resisting this. Every truth I couldn't miss, let me hear like this. Let me hear like this. Let me hear like this. Let me hear